Cheers, everybody. We are back for another edition of Bourbon on a Budget. TJ Pittenger, Brendan Sonnone, and Ben Cock. For the first time ever, we're live. Live.
We'll do it live.
And nothing changes on our end except for now people, if we mess up, I can't go back and edit it.
We never edit anything. Relax.
Yeah, you've never edited anything. You're right.
One of us might get fired from one of the other one's missteps. So everyone be patient. Also, Ben's last name is Cock. What? Hello.
You're fired.
Bourbon on a Budget live for the first time ever. If you're watching this, if you're tuned in live, let me send this to Decadence Joe. He would enjoy this. If you're watching this, if you're tuned in live, if you want to interact, if you want to comment, if you want to tell us that we're idiots because of something we say or do, if you have an FSU football recruiting question, you want to ask Brendan that. If you have a French fry question, you want to ask me that. If you have a
coleslaw, question,
I don't know what you could ask Ben. If you have a commercial real estate question.
Commercial real estate? Oh my god.
Appraisal values.
I got you. Appraisals. Oh man. You want to talk about the cost approach? I'm there.
If you just want to hear us talk about bourbon and watch us drink bourbon, then you can just hang out and you don't have to say anything. But if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, we appreciate you hanging out. Something a little bit different. We're trying going live tonight. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. So, okay, what do we got up real quick today? We have a game that we're going to play. We've played it twice before, but we're changing the rules. Ben hasn't understood the rules the first two times we played.
I've won both times.
No, you have not. Ben has not gotten a single vote yet, which is amazing.
We played a game where we first of all built a beginner's pack. So we built with $100, we built a beginner's pack of whiskey. It was 4 bottles. Brendan won that beginner's pack. Then we built an intermediate pack, which was, I believe, with $250 worth. I won that one. Again, Ben got 0 votes on either one of those when we voted amongst ourselves.
One vote.
Now we're building an expert level pack. We have $300, and it would be for you've been into whiskey for more than a year, right? Like it's maybe the best way to describe this. You've tasted a bunch, you've sampled a bunch, you've been to Whiskey Cake, you've done different tastings, you've been wherever, you've tasted with friends, whatever. You know whiskey now, or at least you think you know whiskey. So we're building an expert level pack today. The way that Brendan coined this is, if my notes will come up, who can build the best collection for badass bourbon drinkers? That I don't usually swear, but Brendan made me today. So
is ass a swear word? Ben's last name is a far more offensive.
That's true. Word. Ben's far more offensive, and that's why it worries me doing this live. But
si se puede.
So Brendan, tell us about our guidelines. I a lot of times run point on this show. You get to run point during this build an expert pack.
I'm never giving point on this show.
No, that's probably for the best.
You've never given point ever. So,
anyway, 5-man down low.
0 point Ben. The who can build the best collection for a badass bourbon drinker? I know that rolls right off the tongue, right? This is the premise here. TJ mentioned we had some.
Give me the premise.
We had a. Is premise not the right word? What is the word I butchered last week?
No, I think that's fine.
All right, that's fine. All right. So, anyways, we've done a beginner pack. We've done an intermediate pack. This is kind of going into the expert, quote unquote, territory, but more so like a collection that we would all really take pride in and enjoy and have everyday drinkers or special stuff, just stuff that you would value inherently of these 6 whiskeys. So we're having 6 bourbon / whiskeys, all going to be themed as American made. So it's not going to be Scotch or Japanese whiskey. So it's all going to be here in the U.S.
You didn't know that. Could be Japanese.
I guess Canada, you know what? We'll allow Canada. If you can.
No Canadian whiskeys.
Not after Whistle Pig last week. Jeez, TJ, awful. So we have 6 whiskeys. We're building this for $300 or less, and the criteria here. So Ben can follow this very closely. This is like a child's birthday party where they have to put bumpers on the bowling alley because Ben can't follow simple directions like for a beginner.
Bumper bourbon.
And that'll start us off with our first bourbon, Ben. Yeah, easy for me to say. A budget bourbon. So something that's going to be $30 or fewer in that range. Something that you can buy accessible. Number 2 is going to be a standard bourbon or American whiskey. So whatever you want to be in that category of bourbon, American whiskey that you can find. 3 is going to be a rye. 4 is going to be a finished whiskey. 5 is going to be a wild card, whatever you want it to be in the criteria of that it's, again, American-ish whiskey. And 6, and this was TJ's suggestion, American-ish. 6, this will be TJ's, his little twist to this, an allocated whiskey that you have been able to procure at MSRP. You can technically put anything in there, but we're giving you guys a chance to put in an allocated whiskey. So that could be a Pappy, a George T. Stagg.
You're going to put a Pappy in there. Interesting.
You can do anything you want as long as you have found it at MSRP. Yes. So that's the one little twist to this. Because we are expert collectors, we have all found some really good stuff at low prices before. We are allowing ourselves to have that wiggle room and find it under the $300 budget. Fellas, are you ready?
We had a question. We had a clarifying question in the comments. Steven, thank you for chiming in here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Standard size, yes, a 750. If somebody wanted to get really, we have put bottle limits around in the past, and then sometimes we've kind of come out with extra money, and so we'd buy like a small bottle of something here or there. But yeah, we'll consider this your standard 750 size bottle.
Are we sure that Steven is talking about whiskey?
Or is it pronounced Stefan?
It's probably not, and he probably is talking about whiskey. So, all right, looks like Brandon's leaving, so that was fun to hang out with him for the evening.
Hey,
all right, who's going first? Ben has never scored, so he should have to go first.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off with the budget category. What do you got for us in the budget?
We're going one at a time all the way around.
That's how we're running this one. Yeah.
So you don't. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's pressure.
This is hype.
Yeah, I was gonna go my whole pack, but all right. What we got?
I'll go your whole pack. So we're going to start off with arguably one of the best budget bottles in the game. And if you just, if you have any questions about it, just look at our board of budget. We're going to go Old Forester 100. Boom. Budget banger. 100 proof.
20 dial pairs.
$20. All right.
Brendan?
Whew. All right, so Ben, that was going to be my budget, and I literally changed it 2 minutes ago because I had a sneaking suspicion. It is a great. Now, one that you guys criminally underrated when we reviewed it, and Joe Deck.
This sounds like a great.
It could also just be. It could also be terrible.
No, you guys just. This is early times in Cheerwine, bottled and bond. This is 1 full liter for like $25. It's exquisite juice. It's 100.
That's interesting.
Proof.
You're going allocated in the budget section.
That's not allocated. You just get to go to Georgia. You can go to online to find it. No, that's ridiculous. It's not allocated. There's nothing allocated about it.
It is in Florida. It literally doesn't exist in Florida.
Well, you can just drive up to
That's interesting.
Georgia.
Waste your allocated slot. Whatever.
All right.
You just drive to another state. It's not allocated.
Shenanigans. I feel like you guys are trying to change the crowd against me.
I don't want to vote for Ben. I wanted to go into this and not be able to give Ben another vote.
All right, well, Ben's off to a strong start, given that he had the one that I had on my list up until like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, so sometimes you just got to go with your gut, and you shouldn't second guess yourself. So, Ben,
copy.
You were right. Old Forester 100.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Budget is done. What's next on our list, Brennan?
Rye. Let's go rye. I will start us off with rye because I don't want Ben to steal my thunder again. I'm going with Old Forester 100 rye, the best value out there in terms of rye per our big board. We gave it a 7.9.
Yeah,
it is exquisite. It's going to become harder to find as Old Forester is trying to step up their rye game, and they're going to probably use that juice that's in there for some of the more like heavily allocated like single barrel stuff that's going to be coming out. But for now, you can go ahead and find it for less than $25, closer to 20. Ben, I'll throw this to you because I heard you did a little shopping at ABC here in Florida this weekend and did quite well for yourself in the Old Forester rye category.
Yeah, we're doing so I picked up 2 of the Old Forester 100 ryes because they're double points right now, and they're $6 off if you buy 2. So like, come on, it's like easy money, easy points.
You get less points if you do that, though.
Well, you just spend it somewhere else.
You charge me full price.
So for my rye pick, I went out west.
Oh,
and I picked up.
Did you go pie?
No, I went to a little High West double rye action. 35 bones. Yes.
High West. All right.
High West double rye. Come on.
Thought about that one.
I was considering that one. I thought the $35 allocation there was a little too rich for me. What I wanted to do.
35 was too rich. I was thinking I got to go low here.
I mean, you went low with the. Oh, let's just be honest. The Old Forester 100 is about $24, but we'll give you the 20 there for that.
I have 22, so we can split the middle there.
Okay, all right.
You guys both kind of went cheap on this, and I didn't. I thought I spent a little bit more money, but I thought I spent it well, and we'll see what my other stuff is later. We've all talked about how much we love this line, and so had to go with the Michter's Rye. Michter's is such a solid product. It is $45. It's more expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
But I still stayed under my 300 when we get there, so don't worry too much about that. Michter's Rye. I think it's fantastic for the price. I think pound for pound, it's better than both of your ryes. So I'll just say that. It's more expensive, but you get
it is more expensive. All right. Okay.
It's like literally double Brendan's. Brendan could have 7 bottles.
Brendan was going to do Old Forester for all of them. Finish 1910, wild card 1920.
Yeah, I didn't repeat distilleries. That's my only thing. You can't repeat. You cannot repeat distilleries.
Yeah, I didn't do that either.
I think you can, but it has
to. It's overweighted. You can't overweight.
You can, but I think you'll be penalized for it.
If there's good products in it, I think it's fine. Okay. What's after?
All right, TJ, I'll let you go here. A standard bourbon, any kind of bourbon or American whiskey that you want to have without a whole lot of criteria.
So my standard.
Should I have gone to Ben first? You don't.
Go to Ben first. Mine. I read this wrong. You guys go first. I'm gonna have to switch it up now.
This is the easiest. Standard bottle. You always have it in your collection. Every single time. It's sitting there. Boom. How about this? Wild Turkey Rare Breed Bourbon, 45 bones, 116.8 proof. It's the best budget in bourbon. It's the best budget in bourbon. Standard, baby. Freaking standard.
Ben's off to a strong start. That was well into consideration for me. I pivoted. That was in the wild card consideration, Ben. So I respect the pick there. I went with something that I think.
Wait. Can I go first?
Yeah, you go ahead. Are you ready?
I just did mine, and so I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm going with Four Roses single barrel.
What's your price on that?
Yeah, that's a good one. What's your price?
$45?
$45.
45.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a damn good one, TJ.
You don't have a whole lot of money for your later on. Jeez.
I don't need a whole lot of money for my later on.
I think he's going to take a major shortcut with the allocation, is what I'm predicting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm not going super high on my allocation. Yeah. Early times.
Heard it from a friend of mine. If you're looking for a good time,
I just wanted to do mine before Brendan did, just so that I didn't.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't like I was copying what he said. So, Ben, what was yours again? Oh, Wild
Rare
Turkey.
Breed.
Yeah.
Rare Breed.
Great bottle.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Damn good pick.
Okay.
For mine, I went similar with Ben, where I went with a barrel strength, cask strength type of offering. It's a little bit more expensive, a little harder to find. However, you can find it. I have like 3 bottles. I have like 3 bottles of it, so I don't want to hear anything.
Okay.
Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered. It is
allocated as well.
I have like 3 bottles of that.
Everything that he has. So
look, allocated.
The early times can't find it in Florida.
Doesn't come to Florida.
That can only
doesn't
be
come
shipped.
to Florida.
And the Old Forester 100 is literally about to be allocated. Like he cheated on all 3 of them.
We might have people who listen to this that aren't in the state of Florida, guys. There are 49 other states, and
we don't have that big of a reach.
It is one of the most exquisite whiskeys out there for the price at $65, as Ben would say. This is an absolute banger. It kicks the butt of the 2 that you guys tried to offer up. This is superior, and you know where your money goes at $65.
If you're live in chat right now and you've walked into a store recently and that's been on the shelf, let me know. Let me know that it's just
you can get it
there.
online at a fair price all the time.
Oh my gosh, on the line. Jeez.
I literally have 3 of them, and I got you guys one too. I secured one for you guys, so I don't want to hear it.
Wow, that is a wild.
Nope. All right. See, thank you.
Nope. Thank you.
Dead to me. Dead to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jeez.
All right. What do we have after American Bourbon?
Finished.
Or just regular? Oh, finished.
Finished.
All right, I'll do this
TJ
one.
whip out the 1910. Yeah.
1910. $55.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm moving in 2 weeks, and I put some bottles up for sale just at MSRP, right? Like just wanted to kind of do a clear out, just to clean, like just get rid of some bottles. And I put up the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Shout out my buddy Scott Peak, who ended up buying that off of me.
Oh, dude, what's up, Scott?
Ben was shocked that I was going to sell that. And I told him, I said, the 1910 is better. Like it's just pound for pound, the 1910 is better to me. Thank you, Steven. Congrats on, well, if you ever move one day. But congrats to you as well. I love inside jokes. I'd love to be a part of one. But yeah, I think the 1910 is better than an allocated bourbon, which is a toasted barrel. As much as I've raved about Michter's toasted barrel, I might like the 1910 more than that. It's a little more proof. It's actually, 94 as opposed to the 86 of the Michter's, which I don't love that's that low. The Michter's is just almost too sweet. Man. So yeah, the 1910 is a really good finished bourbon. And so $55, we've talked about how good Old Forester is. I repeated, so I'm sure you guys will count that against me, but
yeah, dude,
a great finish. So go ahead.
Old Forester's great at the price point. Ben, what do you have for your finished bottle?
Well, as you know, I'm not the biggest finish guy.
You are not.
You know, I'm not a big finish person. Hey, but you know, I just prefer others. I prefer everyone else to, Anyway,
as long as Ben finished, never mind.
Anyway, I'm not a big finishing bourbon guy, but I do like some stave finishing, and so I'm going to go with the Maker's Stave finished bourbon. Give me a little wheat in there. I got a rye, I got a bourbon, I got a wheat. I'm covering all my bases here.
Which one? I need a specific.
Oh, I mean, any store pick, any store pick stave. They're all good.
Good question here from Steven.
Throw it up there for the people to see.
What do you want, cannoli?
Yeah, I'll take cannoli.
Any store pick.
Okay, so let me get in here.
Steven asked for what finished means. Who wants to take this?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Mostly because I'll just dump on it. Okay, so finished is when you have a lower quality.
Oh my God!
And then you.
So finished means that the bourbon or the whiskey or the rye has been finished in another barrel. So it can either be finished in a wine barrel. It could be finished in a barrel of another liquor like tequila or rum. It can be finished in a second barrel that's been charred differently, which is kind of what gives some things the toasted finish, which is what mine is, that 1910. So it just means that they took it out of one barrel and put it into another one to give it a different finish than just your typical bourbon that just sat in one barrel.
And it can change it for Stephen to know, like it can change the complexion of a drink drastically, like almost 100% different. Yeah. Scotch whiskeys have kind of mastered this. It's still fairly new, like in the bourbon game, but there are some really good things that are developing from it.
So a really good way to change a whiskey by, again, they put it into a different kind of barrel. Suggestion here, the Sherry Cask Angel's Envy. That's not a bad one. I love
a nice little sherry cask.
Action. I like. Yep. I've got I gave you that High West sherry.
I have not drank it yet, so we can save it for a. I'm sure.
Hope I still have mine. So
what did you? Oh, that you know something. Oh.
No. So yeah, good question there. Brendan, what's yours?
So I feel like I'm already going to lose this, and this is a one that you guys are not even going to be familiar with. It is in the mail going down your. Going down to St. Pete, Tampa area in the next week or so. This is Bull Run. It's from Sealbacks, but you can find Bull Run pretty accessible online. Basically, what this is a 13-year corn whiskey. So it's 95% corn. It's 13 years. It is 60% alcohol, and it's finished in a Pinot Noir barrel for about a year, 11 months, actually. So you have an extremely aged whiskey. All right, so 13 years. You have something that's proofed up. It's 120 proof, and it's got that wine finish. It is super complex, rich, very fruity on the nose, but also like really creamy, and it's got a nice bite to it. It's one of the best finished whiskeys I've ever had. You can get it for $35. It is an absolute steal if you can find it online, which is pretty easy to find. You guys won't vote for it now, but in a few weeks when we start doing our finish King of the Hill, I have a feeling you'll be quite smitten with it.
Does that distribute to Florida?
distributes anywhere where you can send whiskey via the mail.
Allocated bottle
What are you
again.
doing?
It's not allocated. You can get it.
We haven't gotten here yet, but is the way that we're doing this voting is I was thinking maybe we should have asked this before, but I didn't know we were going one at a time. We have 2 categories left. I was going to go through and give each one of you a vote based on each one. And hopefully it doesn't come out 3-3. If it does, then you just have to make a decision. But I think that's the best way to do the voting. I don't want to look at the packs as a whole. I want to kind of go down.
I want to look at the whole.
I like
the
packs
whole
as a
pack.
whole.
I want to
packs
look at
as a whole because there's a whole thought process with the pack. You know, putting a collection together. You know,
I mean, you vote on it however you want.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be cool to say who had the better of this one, who had the better of this one, and if you have 4 better bottles, you're gonna win.
No, I want the whole pack. The pack as a whole.
Well, that was the way that I was going. I mean, you already had him.
But that way it was a terrible idea.
So, well, that was the way that I was going to get to vote for you. Now I'm just voting for Brendan.
Fine.
All right, last 2. What are our last 2 here? Allocated last.
Wild card.
No, I want to go with my wild card last. Can we go allocated first?
Oh shoot!
You usually do an allocated.
Wow. All right, allocated. I'll go first.
Yeah, Brendan's done allocated the entire time.
Brendan.
You guys are probably everyone's gonna go Pappy Van Winkle or something basic like that.
I don't got enough money for that.
No, we're going what? Oh well, I do.
MSRP.
So mine is gonna we're cheating. We're going to MSRP, and I got this pretty close to MSRP. But MSRP for this bad boy I'm about to pull out is $99. It is from the BTAC line, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. But it's the wheat that is underrated compared to the Pappy in my mind. It is William LaRue Weller. It is a cast strength wheater. This is 62.85%, so 125.7 proof. It is easily a top 5 nose I've ever experienced. It is exquisite. My wife once smelled it from like across the room. She got brown sugar notes coming off of it. It is exceptional. If you can ever get your hands on one, even for $400, I think is reasonable. It is rare to find. It's high end. It's exquisite. It outdrinks Pappy too, as well in my mind. So that's my allocated pick.
We have 40 people in here right now watching. We appreciate that. Not bad for our first one the other day. I was on the bench this morning, and there were only like 20 in there. So
I'm stuck at the bench.
We had like 69 at one point. What?
Nice.
I remember that number.
There was only 20 on the Periscope, so you had more.
Well, we have the YouTube. Yeah.
So. Sorry that you have like a monopoly on Facebook.
I still don't know why we can't put this on YouTube. That doesn't make
there's
any
a 24 hour, like once you sign up to go live, there's a 24-hour wait. So anyway, now we have 47 now that we've been BSing for a minute. So we can ask even more. 48. Let's go. Keep sharing this. If you could add one, I want to get some comments on this as we start to do this. If you could buy one allocated whiskey right now at MSRP, this is not for YouTube because I don't really care what you guys buy. If you're watching this, you could buy one allocated whiskey MSRP right now. What would it be? Right? So
you have to drink it. Though. You have to drink it. You can't resell it.
Right. You're not trying to flip this. What would you drink your one allocated whiskey? 51, 52. Let's go. Beat 69. Everybody hit retweet. Let's make Brendan mad.
What?
I don't know. I just want to
just make it.
All right. My allocated.
Yeah.
Ben,
give it to me.
Oh, Elliot, Bowman cast strength. I saw somebody get a bunch of Bowman the other day, but they were up north, so it must be nice.
Yeah, CYOB.
Well, yeah, CYOB. I'd love to try that. These are good suggestions. George T. Stagg. There's another good one. All right. Sorry, Ben. Jack Daniels, barrel proof, single barrel rye.
Right. Dang it. It's such a good bottle. Such a freaking good bottle.
Bro.
I hate how good that is.
It's so good. Ben, are you doing the same one?
I'm not. But it makes me mad how good that bottle is.
$70.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. Like, it's one of the best.
I don't have a bottle that's better in my collection.
It's just one of the best bourbons I've ever, or I guess rye.
One
of the best whiskeys I've ever had in my life. So, Ben, what's your pick?
Disqualified for cheating.
I hate British.
Dude, I'm going lower than you guys. I didn't spend as much on my allocated, so I'm picking up a Stag Junior, $60.
Oh, that was a good choice. Damn it, Vince.
And it gives me 130 proof. It gives me an absolute bomb that'll hit you like a freight train. So I think
mine's 132.
Really solid. I know. Your bottle is really good. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't want to do 2 ryes. That was all.
The discrepancy of Stag Juniors from like 3 years ago to the ones in the last like year and a half is so drastically crazy. I had an experience where I chose
mine though from 3 years ago. So that was mine.
Well, yours may be a little hot then. It might be a little hot, but I had an experience where a Stag Junior in a blind beat out George T. Stagg. I'm just saying that.
There you go.
it punches above its weight class in a good way currently.
Yeah. If you can get that, that's arguably the best value MSRP around.
A Stag Junior.
Yeah, I mean,
well, you can actually find it. I've gotten
Yeah.
2 bottles of it before, dude, and both times it's been MSRP or it's been $65-$70. So you can actually find it at a
You're that or a Blanton's, right? You know.
Spoiler alert: we're going to review Blanton's later this week.
It's that or a Blanton's.
All the secrets.
I previewed it.
It's what they call a teaser in the business. All right, last one, wild card. Ben, you went last.
Ooh, yeah. Oh man, I'm picking up one of these that I've been really excited about. Not super hard to find though. It's not everywhere, but it's not super hard to find. I'm going to go with a light whiskey from Obtanium, Cat's Eye Distillery, and you can grab one that's 12 years old, a 12-year-old whiskey at 135, 140 proof.
It's 140. It will literally set a plane on fire.
Widely available for like $65-$70. I mean, that, and it's great. And it drinks, the one that I have drinks like, like custard, banana custard. It's ridiculously good. So that's a good wild card. It's not a whiskey, or it's not a bourbon, not a rye. Expand your palate a little bit. Light whiskey.
Expand your palate and light it on fire. But no, it is really good.
It's so good.
Have you seen that Manifest show?
No.
Where they all disappear and they come back 5 years later?
Spoiler alert.
That literally happens in the first 20
sounds
minutes.
Like Lost. It sounds boring.
Similar. Well, you guys haven't.
They're all dead the whole time.
Have you watched it?
Sixth Sense.
No.
Did they?
No one's watched it.
No one
I've
cares.
watched it. Anyway, that's what they were drinking to make them disappear for 5 years. Was light
whiskey?
They took that on the plane. Yeah.
Oh,
it was a joke.
Oh wow.
Brandon, what's your wild card?
I mean, mine's so I was not expecting to go in this order. It's far less dramatic than the William LaRue Weller. Have you guys ever had Pikesville Rye?
Oh my god.
This is one of the most underrated ryes.
My wild card is Pikesville Rye.
You guys don't like Pikesville?
I mean, it's not bad. It's a wild card, though. That's like saying my wild card's
it is the perfect if you
Wild
are
Turkey 101.
Not super into.
That's a great choice, Brandon. That's really good. I'm voting for you.
Do you want to keep going, Brendan, or you just want me to take over for here? Oh, gosh. I'll say Brendan
He left.
Even better. Take that Pikesville with you. So, oh man, I need Brendan to be here because I'm afraid that Ben's just going to crap on my wild card. Yeah. Brendan, get back in here wherever you are.
TJ, Elijah Craig, small batch.
Gentleman Jack. No, for real though. I went with for my Brendan. Are you ever coming back?
Nah, he's done. He's done.
Okay, I went with not dissimilar to Brendan's standard.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Mr. Allocated. Not dissimilar from your standard. I liked the idea of the smoke wagon. I didn't like the idea of the smoke wagon uncut, unfiltered. So for my wild card, I went with smoke wagon small batch, which was the highest thing that we rated.
Yep.
And since Brendan loves this, I allocated $15 of my pack for shipping. So included in my pack is $15 for shipping. Brendan,
did you include any of those?
Yeah.
Brendan?
Did you include $15 for shipping for the 18 allocated bottles that you had? Because that would
all my bottles need to be shipped.
When you are a VIP member of Sealbacks, you don't have to worry about shipping.
What's the membership cost on that?
What? I couldn't hear you.
What's the membership cost on that?
Freaking up.
The membership cost? How much does that cost of your pack?
So smoke wagon, small batch, which again, highest thing we've ever rated on this show. So, okay.
We should get comments from the viewers. Live viewers should vote before we do.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Whose pack would you pick?
If you had to choose one package,
Elliot, whose pack would you pick?
He logged out hours ago. He said that Pikesville sucks though.
No, he didn't.
He sent a text message to us.
And I'd also like to change out my allocated for a Bowman cask strength, Elliot. So
thanks, Elliot.
Panderer
Pittenger 2024. Okay, let me go through here. I'd vote for Ben on budget. I'd vote for Brendan on rye. Sorry.
So real quick, let's go down to Elliot. Asked for the early choices. See, Elliot's still listening. So real quick, let's go down the list. TJ had Old Forester 100 as his budget. He had Michter's rye as his rye. He had Four Roses single barrel as his standard bourbon. He had 1910 from Old Forester repeat as his finished whiskey. He had Smoke Wagon small batch as his wild card, and he had Jack Daniel's single barrel as his cask strength, as his allocated. Ben, for his budget, had Old Forester 100 at $20, which as his rye, he had Old Forester 100 rye repeat. For his standard, he had.
No, I didn't have that.
Oh no! Wait, sorry, I wrote that down by
you.
accident because I thought you wrote that.
I'm
not drunk
Why
at
do you
all.
let him
He had
do
High
this
West. He
recap?
had a High West double rye. For standard, he had Wild Turkey Rare Breed. For finish, he had a Maker's Mark store pick. For wild card, he had a light whiskey from was it Atanium? What is it?
Light whiskey.
Light from Obtanium.
It's like 140 proof. It'll literally set things on fire. And it's allocated with Stag Junior. Mine, I'm not going to go over mine, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, that was the worst.
I'll take.
I'll do it.
I appreciate you. Steven, shout out me. That's right.
Brendan was early times bond allocated. For rye, Old Forester 100. For standard, Smoke Wagon uncut unfiltered allocated. For finished, Bull Run, can't buy that in Florida. Allocated, he did stick to an allocated here. I know that's
Wow, congrats.
WLW. And then his wild card was Pikesville Rye.
Not allocated.
Shockingly. So, okay. Brendan,
It's clear.
you did a great job here, but I think the battle is going to be if I mean,
I'm fine admitting that I'm a distant third that you two have put up heavyweights.
I go with Ben. That's right.
Yeah, well, here's the
I hate
thing.
them all. Elliot's a great supporter. I appreciate it.
Here's another vote for Ben.
Way to hang in there.
Another vote for Ben, but just like Whose Line Is It Anyway, the
Points don't
votes
matter.
So thank you
Points
for
don't matter.
voting. The only vote that matters is Elliot's. We all suck. All right, so Ben and I are probably voting for each other, I assume. Right? I'm voting for you, Ben. Ben, who you voting
Okay.
for?
I want to see what Brendan votes for, and then I'll vote for me.
No. You vote for me and then let Brendan decide it.
Ooh,
Okay.
Elliot voted for TJ.
Let's go.
Wow. Too
Doesn't
bad
matter. It's fine.
No, he was saying he hated me the most. Like
Oh,
he
that
hated him
makes
the most.
sense, too.
All right, Brendan.
Brendan.
So look him down and you decide this.
All right. Both of you guys was really, really good. Credit to both of you. I am going to go the first time that Ben's ever gotten a point. Ben,
The most
you
important
did a
point.
really great job. I'm going to give it to you. It's super well balanced. Great value across the board.
Variety.
This was the first time I feel like you ever got the prompt and you executed it correctly. TJ, yours
That's
was
right.
really good too. Like Ben's was just like, this would be a 10 out of 10. He nailed it.
I think I spent a couple hours on this. I was just going over all my notes.
That's not true.
Not
He did it on the
accurate
way
at
home
all.
from CVS.
But you know what? All three of us are now winners. And
No, don't pull that crap. No. Most recent win means the most.
Oh my God. All right. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
changing my vote. TJ, you win.
You're forgotten about,
you.
Brendan. You're
Thank
forgotten.
you.
Brendan,
Thank
you're
you.
forgotten. Everyone else is
Two-
doesn't matter.
2-0 in the last two. So thank you very much, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your love. Yes, you are
Thank you,
all
Elliot.
winners. Thank you.
Participation trophy. Woo!
Okay. Those are fun. We'll post our packs tomorrow on Twitter. Post our bourbon packs tomorrow on
Whoa,
Twitter.
hey, OnlyFans.
Sheesh.
We'll take a picture of our backs.
And we'll let the Twitter people vote that decided they were too important for our live broadcast that was unannounced. How dare you spend time with your families?
What is
all
it,
right,
Monday
cool.
Night Football or something?
Yes, Ben. No, it's the
Yeah,
Olympics.
Ben.
So what do we have here?
Sports.
Brendan, what are we drinking?
We don't know.
I'm not
It's
gonna tell you.
unknowable.
It is a mystery bourbon that I sent you both home with when you were up in Tallahassee a couple weeks ago. Remember that, guys? FSU almost beat Notre Dame. They didn't actually win, but it felt like a win.
We were all winners that night.
It was a great
were.
win before the loss.
Yeah, and then the subsequent losses. So,
And then the other loss.
Okay, so this is good.
It's a blend,
knows?
and I will leave it at that.
Really?
It's a blended whiskey.
It almost
blended bourbon.
smells finished to me. Almost.
Wait, have you even started?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
never
I'm
been starting this.
oh.
We're not starting this?
You said finished, so I said started.
Oh no, that wasn't
What
funny
a
at
nightmare of a joke. What a
all.
nightmare.
Wow. I'm gonna pour a little more in mine. Initially, when I poured this, I was
Hold
like,
the
"Oh,
glass
this is-"
up. Hold the glass
this
up when
is-
you pour it.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's a disgusting
What you doing down there, Brendan?
nose initially, but once
Yeah, the
Once-
nose is different.
Nose is super sweet. I get like maple syrup, chocolate.
It's not that maple syrup one that I brought up, is it? Oh no,
It's
It
not.
could be a
brought
blend. It could be like a blend.
It's the one that Brendan put maple syrup in that,
It's
in that
decadence.
barrel that he had.
Oh yeah, it's
Decadence.
decadence.
I
With
wish
mixed
Joe
with
was
maple
here
syrup.
right now. I
Aunt
feel like Joe
Jemima's
needs to be a
on it.
part of this. But it's
I get a
actually-
lot of maple maple syrup notes, chocolate notes.
There's a fruit
Super
in there
sweet.
though, like a plum
banana
or something.
banana pancakes is what I got on the note.
No, this isn't
With
cast
maple
shrimp
syrup on it.
makers. Get out of here.
All right. So
There's like
that-
a grape.
I don't think it's
almost.
weeded. It isn't.
no.
I don't think it's weeded.
Okay, let's taste.
Taste it.
Okay, I'm tasting it.
Put it in your mouth and swirl it around.
Mm.
Yeah, guy
Orange
loves
curacao.
ruining bourbon.
Orange curacao.
Yes, I completely agree.
Chardonnay.
Okay,
Brendan would
so
do
I
that.
feel like
I think I shared the Pinot finished bourbon with Elliot, and he did not care for it. So
okay.
that's
So
not-
in my head, what would Brendan do to pull some crazy crap? So we dropped off a cast strength maple syrup bourbon finished or maple syrup finished bourbon,
Mhm.
right? So I think it's probably that, and then you would have mixed it with.
No, he got that the day. Yeah, no, he didn't. He couldn't. have mixed
Oh,
it that
you're
day.
right.
He brought it already.
Brought
in
it.
the box. Ben was so hammered the whole. Yo, Ben got the
Yeah.
true college experience. Like
Ben,
Ben doesn't even
was
remember his
adorable.
name.
He just kept walking around like nicely, being like, "I'm blackout drunk right now." He was just like,
I was
politely
not
telling
that
people-
bad.
Oh, we
Get
rated the
outta
Ben's
here.
boss's boss
Oh,
at the
yeah,
brewery the
solid.
night before the game. That
Oh,
was amazing.
he slid
It was
in my
solid.
DMs, Ben, too. I can get you a promotion if
That's right.
you would have voted for me, but since you didn't, you're dead to me. I send you
Yeah.
back.
That's okay.
If the promotion
okay.
comes out on top, I send it back. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. We've tried like 6 different whiskeys tonight.
It's
so-
definitely finished. To me, it's finished 100%. Not weeded, not a rye. It's
All right.
bourbon.
Well, let me real quick before I reveal it and let you know what it is. Ben, your idea that it's complex and intricate is correct. What do you guys think of it? Like, are you enjoying the drinking experience? Is it?
It drinks heavy. It drinks heavy to me.
Okay.
Like
I was gonna say I'm not pulling enough out of the flavor to know if I love it or not. I don't know if that's just because I just came
I
off.
think
of
it'd
two
be like
other
a
things.
1910 mixed with something else that's a little bit higher proof.
Wait,
like
wait,
an-
it's a
it's like a
blend. Like
toasted-
you blended this.
You blended it, right?
I did.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
he
I
blended
didn't know if you meant like Ari blended this.
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
or
So
not.
to me, I think it's something like toasted with but it's not super high proof. I'm thinking it's like maybe at 100 proof.
Yeah, I got this at 19. It's a 1920 and something else. Is
If
what
I
I'm going with.
guys,
I don't think it's enough banana for 19,
you ready. Wait,
20.
you ready? You ready for this? Here's the reveal.
Don't you did not blend George T. Stagg. Get out of here.
With
Guys, there's no George T. Stagg. This is just an infinity bottle I had. This
Yeah, that's what I
is
thought.
Oh
the
my
bourbon.
gosh.
This is the bourbon on a budget blend. I have been secretly saving up a little bit of a pour, 1 ounce, for almost every single bourbon review we've done. It is Russell's Reserve 10, Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey 101, Willet Potstill, Eagle Rare, Early Times Bottled and Bond,
Basil
not,
Hayden?
not allocated. No
Yeah.
Basil Hayden for Ben.
Yeah.
Gentleman Jack, Old Forester 100, Woodford Reserve, Elijah Craig Small Batch, Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Good on you, Ben. You got a little toasty in there. 3-chord blended bourbon whiskey. So Ari was
Send it
involved. Small Smoke Wagon, Small Batch, Maker's Mark. So Weeder
what?
in there. What? Small Batch.
okay.
Weller's Special Reserve, Old Tub, Maker's Mark, FAE 01, and Joe Decadence. There is a little
Elliot's completely
bit,
right.
There is a little bit of maple syrup finished whiskey
Yeah.
in there as
The
well.
maple syrup
I-
is drinking so heavy.
I
This-
felt like I could not tell at all where thing. Yeah, it's,
It's
flavored
flavored
gasoline.
gasoline.
I couldn't tell. I could not put my finger on or my tongue, I guess, on anything. Like I just was like all over the place. Like it was just like I didn't know what was going on.
So
with
your
it. But
tongue
I
was
mixed
all
it.
over the place.
all over this
Okay.
glass. This was us, guys. This is basically the last like 6 months of us chilling and drinking bourbon. I did not put any of the rye in there.
Give the people what they
What?
love.
You missed the rise? Come on.
I am doing a infinity bottle of the rye that we've reviewed separately.
Pick that back
rye
up,
would have taken
please.
over.
Give the people what they want and chug that right now.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's what we divulged into, huh? So yeah, I didn't think it was great.
I don't think it was that bad, but it was definitely heavy.
Average.
Like, so if you didn't put Joe's Decadence in there, it would have been great.
The
Thanks,
nose
Joe.
to me was better than I
Thanks,
thought it
Joe,
was going to
for
be.
ruining that.
The flavor, is a little all over the place, but that's because there's like
Yeah.
20 different bourbons in there. So, I'll keep adding to the infinity bottle. Maybe it'll eventually get to a place where it's nice. If you guys had liked it, maybe we were going to sell it to Patreon members and use it as a Patreon jumping off point, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So.
Oh yeah, no wait, it was amazing. I'd probably
Go
pay
back to this.
$100 for a 2-ounce sample of that. Can we edit this? Crap, it was live.
We'll
All
send
right.
it out.
So if you're just tuning in for the first time or you've never watched before, we do a segment. Brendan, thank you for that. That was something different. I'm glad that we did it.
Thought it was very. I thought that actually me saving all those was very nostalgic and thoughtful. But I guess
Okay, that's enough. We do a segment every week called Pursuits and Purchases, where we talk about things that we are looking for and things that we have purchased this week. I don't have anything. I haven't bought any whiskey over the last few weeks. We're moving in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I'm trying to lighten the load, not add to it. So I have nothing for this segment.
Yeah.
Ben,
Loser.
I know Brendan has something, so we'll go last with him. Ben, do you have anything that you purchased?
Old Forester, 100
We've
rye.
already talked about it.
ABC, baby. Don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on it. Oh, geez. Double the points. Get
Don't
into the
sleep
vault.
on it, but Ben did not put it into his pack. So anyway, Brendan,
Old Forester 100 in there.
the one that's lower rated. Very good.
I went to St. Augustine with my wife this weekend and
No.
got a little bit.
St. Augustine Distillery.
No, we didn't go there, but it's actually a pretty cool trip. If anyone ever does go to St. Augustine Distillery, it's pretty cool. Free tour. I don't know if they're doing that during the pandemic. Whatever. They do a good job. So I got 2 different whiskeys. Decadence Joe suggested to me. I don't know if it's Bouchies. I don't know what it's called. First one I got was
Bobby
Pikesville.
Boucher.
We know how you guys. Bobby Boucher. Guys, I was almost in the Waterboy.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. I got to meet Adam Sandler. I almost met the Big Show. Yes. I'll explain that at another day. But anyways, I got the Pikesville. It's hard to get in Tallahassee. I really enjoy this at $50. You guys
this
are.
question. Yes to this question. We'd be happy with the response. We love
yes.
you, Old Forester.
Old Forester's amazing.
And then Joe really talked up their store pick, so I got a Yellowstone store pick. I know you guys have talked about Yellowstone store picks. So apparently
Not
the
the
one
new sponsor.
apparently the 115
It's
is
not
amazing
bad.
on it. Like he said, the 115 is good. I know Ben said before the show that he has a 115 proof Yellowstone store pick. That was great. This was okay. This is 102 proof. It's very young taste. I think it's only 4 or 5 years old. It does show up a little bit. Very nutty, chocolatey. Don't give yourself props to don't stop.
I don't mine tastes like okay.
It's fudgy. The mouth
hate
the
to-
mouthfeel is
hate to
actually
give
really
you-
nice.
It has a weird, almost artificial sugar.
Aspartame.
Aspartame,
Yeah.
there's
And so
something just
I-
not
I
right about it.
I might not even finish that. I might dump that out because again, I'm trying to drink through things so that my life
Just send
my
it.
load is-
Oh, wait. I don't
Give
have
it
an
to-
open bottle of that.
I was gonna say give it to Ben.
Yeah, just give it to me. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
What?
Gotta go into
You live,
cocktails.
you live right next to my new house. Like that's
You're
not
right.
lightening the load. Me bringing it there is the
Just
same.
bring it to me.
Right. Like, so I think you can pass on the yellow. Ellie said there's a Yellowstone pick right now at ABC. So
Elliot, I will
you went all the way to St. Augustine to get that.
I will
so,
pass on that.
well, you should pass on the first one. Anything
said
else you
that.
got that was exciting? Anything you're looking for?
No,
I'm looking
Elliot,
for the Michter's Toasted Barrel is supposed to come out. I texted my girl at the store that I try and shop at and told her I'm keeping my eyes out for it. So prayers up. That's something I'm looking for hard. Michter's Toasted Barrel Bourbon. Should
Speaking
be
of
out
Old
soon.
Forester, like that Elliot likes. Speaking of Old Forester, I still want that single barrel strength rye. How about that? Would love a single barrel
I'm tired of
rye
getting
from Old
you.
Forester.
I'm tired of getting you your picks. So like I'm not looking for that for you. So
I'm looking at it. I'm looking for TJ to look for it for me.
I am dead inside. You guys have broken me this episode.
Hmm.
Elliot gave me a sample of the Russell's Reserve 13-year-old, so I'm looking
was
forward
that?
to trying it. I haven't tried it. I gave it to me today. I haven't tried it yet.
yeah, Elliot, if you have one more of those, I want to try it too.
I'll give you some of mine. Don't make
No.
him
It's
Don't make
fine.
him send
Me
you.
and Elliot are best friends. It's fine. I gave it to. Yeah. I think it'll be all right.
Steven's recommendation of lightening
Drinking
load
the
by
entire
just drinking
collection.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this sounds like this sounds like a great way for my wife to get a new house and me to not have a family anymore. So that sounds like a terrible idea.
Just drink it, man. If you want to get through it, just drink
I've
it.
got a lot of whiskey. So
Oh, Elliot just volunteered to give you the Russell's Reserve. Elliot also gave me a Pappy Van Winkle sample today. He gave me a W.O. Weller, a George
I want to try
Stagg.
Russell's 13. I want to try Russell's 13 so bad.
The double eagle, the double barrel.
Yeah, he gave me one of those today too. So send them all to TJ. TJ will not send half of those.
It actually was just a blend of all of those. It wasn't even each one.
You got
an
it.
infinity bottle.
Actually, probably pretty amazing, unlike mine infinity bottles that you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. We appreciate everybody that hung out and chilled tonight. Elliot, Steven, you guys were our most faithful commenters. Mercer Knoll was in here a ton too. Flavor Saver 1, that's a heck of a name. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, Russell Reserve 13. If you want a Russell Reserve sample, just message Elliot. No big deal.
We got it.
We appreciate you guys for hanging out.
Let's
Interact with us on social media, Bourbon on a Budget. We do this every Tuesday, I guess every Monday night or whenever this goes live. But we do this once a week. Comes out on Tuesday mornings. May go live at a different point, but appreciate you guys for hanging out. We'll be back again on Thursday when we review Blanton's single barrel. I know that everybody enjoys crapping on Blanton's at times.
Blanton's.
You guys will be excited and impressed with our score for that. So call me for
selling comments.
Check out our review of Blanton's, which will be on iTunes, YouTube, all the places, Facebook on Thursday. Thank you for hanging out. Until next time, Allocated Brendan, Ben Cock, Bleep, TJ Pittenger. This is Bourbon on a Budget. Cheers.